Kavya K and Evelyn Raphael of Department of Law, Central University of Kerala, to present on the topic Legality of Living Relationship in India, a Critical Analysis.
Good evening to one and all respected dignitaries and all of you present here. Today I am going to present a topic that is legality of living relationship in India and analysis. The idea of living relationship is successfully normalized in a super hit Tamil movie by Maniratnam and released in the year 2015, OK Kanmani. And in this movie, the two characters, Adi and Tara, they belongs to the current generation of the society. They decided to live together in a rented house of one Mr. Ganapati uncle. Here, the Ganapati uncle, he represents the conservative mindset of our society. And because he refused to rent his house to this couples. But later, his wife convinced them. Like Ganapati uncle, there are many people. Those are thrown against the choice of two independent persons live together without the legality of marriage in our society. Recently, the Kerala High Court, a bench that is comprised of Justice A. Muhammad Mustaq and Sophie Thomas, they were criticized the concept of live-in relationship while dismissing a divorce plea of a man. And the bench contended that nowadays younger generation thinks that marriage is evil that could be avoided to enjoy a free life without any liabilities or obligations. They would expand the word wife as very invited forever, substituting the old concept of wise investment forever. Live-in relationships are on the side rise just to say goodbye when they fall apart. Moving to the legal status of live-in relationship in India, we know that live-in relationship is an arrangement of living under which people are unmarried and live together to conduct a long life relationship, like or similarly as in marriage. There is no legal definition that is in anywhere of the statute in our country to such relationships. And the Constitution confers certain fundamental rights to the people. Under Article 21 of the Constitution, provide right to life to every person. If a person wish to reside with a partner of their own choice or establish a sexual relationship with a partner of his or her own choice, there is the law, but the still law is unclear about the status of such relationship. There are some famous cases, landmark judgment from the side of our Honorable Supreme Court relating to this matter. In Khushbu versus Kanyamal's case, the court held that a live-in relationship comes in the ambit of Article 21 of the Constitution. The live-in relationship are permissible and it is not illegal for the two consenting adults live together. And the another judgment is that in Shakti Vahini versus Union of India, it is considered as a landmark judgment. It was in 2018, and the bench held that the two consenting adults have right to choose their partner, and this right is considered as a fundamental right under our Constitution. And also, the court gives certain protection to such partners. And moving to the forms of live-in relationship, there are mainly three forms. The first is that domestic relation between the two persons who are not married, and the cohabitation between the two persons, one is married and one is unmarried. And the another one is that the relation between the two persons of same sex. In the famous case that is in the famous case that is Indira Sharma versus BKV Sharma, it is very clearly stated that it extensively deliberated on the subject of live-in relationship, and it is considered as a basic framework or rule work in the matter of live-in relationship in our country. And in this case, court further held that some provisions of the Protection of Women from Domestic Violence Act 2005, the DV Act, are to be considered to understand the term relationship in the nature of marriage. Section 2 clause F, it's clearly stated under this DV Act, that is domestic relation. So domestic relation means two persons who live or have attained. So here the bench very clearly state that the parties would not fall within the ambit of relationship in the nature of marriage. The court pronounced it in this case because the woman partner is already aware about the wedlock of the male partner. They are in an adulterous relationship. So in this case, the court granted certain guidelines to determine whether the relationship is in the living together comes within the ambit of relationship in the nature of marriage. So for the protection of such contention made by the Honorable Court, it's also provided certain guidelines. And moving to the legal status of child born in live-in relationship, we know that the child born out of such wedlock, it's still the law considers briefly in the case of Talsa and others versus Durga Diya and others. In this case, the court held that the born out of such relationship, the child born out of such relationship, considered as legitimate, and they have the right of inheritance over their parents or their parents' property. And yeah, and moving to the right to maintenance of women partners in live-in relationship. This is the final part. So here in India, section 125 CRPC, it's pertain to the right to maintenance of wife, children, and parents. Here one, the Malimat Committee's report in 2003, it's a recommendation that there should be an amendment in section 125 CRPC. It was only a suggestion from the side of Malimat Committee report in 2003. And it was very clearly stated in case of Kamala versus Mohan Kumar. The Honorable Supreme Court had expressed the view that the wide interpretation that is given to the term wife, that upholding all her rights and dignity under the Indian Constitution. And also they have the right to maintenance and herself and also to the children born out of such relationship. That was the contention in that judgment. And coming to the conclusion, we have some suggestions that the lack of definite legislations that had led to differing and deviating judgments among judiciary. The judicial precedence lays a framework for regulating.
Regarding the law of the land, not going for a marriage, it's your choice.
Yeah.
Later we are coming, playing maintenance, intelligence, everything.
Sir, actually, the live-in relationship means two persons, those who are comes under a shared household. Yeah, it's like a marital relationship, not in the all ambit of marital relationship, but in a some ambit of it we can consider it in some ambit. It's like a marital relationship. So there is
what is not affecting the sex.
Sometimes it's affecting, but if the condition in India, in recently, our society is following this Western concept and adopted in to their life to try to choose their own partner and live without any legality of marriage. So here the couples, those who are choosing this living relationship, they consider that they are living in a very free manner with their own choice, and there is no any normal type of what obstructions or any kind of marital issues rise. Commitments that is rise among the partners. And also, through such relationship in our society, these new generations can struck on all these kinds of dowry issues. That is what happening in marital relationship.
marital relationship can be avoided.
But there
Not
is some
avoid the
only
one
to
cannot
certain
go to.
extent. Only to certain extent. Only. Only.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can be a success or
There's a concept called shared household after the DV Act 2005.
Yes, sir. Yes.
So estoppel also can work. You are going for the review.
See, shared household, the first the woman shall not be absent from her dwelling. That's an understanding. But the issue has come in Indira Sharma, it's a TM Sharma, TM 2030.
Yes, sir.
What was the clarification with regard to that shared household made by the Supreme Court of India?
There are in this case there are certain guidelines also given to such relationship. Then only such relationship that can be comes within the ambit of nature of marriage.
Yes.
The relation, if two partners are there should be what they having some plan to have a child, or for a particular period of time they should live together in a shared household, and the intention should be clear to start such a relationship, and there should be a financial management between these partners. These all are the guidelines mainly stated by Supreme Court in this case. Then only such relationship comes within the ambit of or the presumption as it's in the nature of marriage.
Is there a specification regarding the period of relationship?
No, there is.
It has to be inferred from case to case.
Yeah.
Yes, okay, good, nice.
And I have one suggestion in this matter, that there are a lot of Western countries is following this concept or this culture in their life. In every country, those are following such relationship. They adapted certain cohabitation agreement, especially in UK, Canada, and France. So they consult a lawyer how to before going to start living together. They consult the lawyer and make such agreement, cohabitation agreement. Then this kind of inheritance and all about the legitimacy of child maintenance all comes within that agreement. Then in India, what is happening in every case? There is the judgment is pronounced in every matters relating to living relationship. But it can be avoided if we implementing such a cohabitation agreement. Scotland, UK, France. But the matter of living relationship, we have there is any kind of statute or in any of the statute, it's in any of the statute is defined what is a living relationship. There is no definition clause at all.
There is no problem with the court or reading of it. But when the problem comes, where there is a claim is coming, maybe coming in cheated or something like that. And I want the living or marriage. Okay.
One more question from the audience. One more question.
Adoption right, I think there is same there is no.
That you may know that the issue is like this. It's the law into adoption maintenance act. After the law, a male can adopt. If a male adopts a female, there should be an age gap of 12 years. Similarly, if a female adopts a male, there are also
Thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity. Thank you.
Very good topic, but it is very complicated topic. We have much more time to discuss this. Very interesting topic. Okay.
Thank you, Heaven.